Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes. I'll admit it, I'm a self-confessed Swiftie, much to the absolute horror of my old school friend Tony, who still thinks the Bay City Rollers were the peak of modern music. But honestly, how can you not admire Taylor Swift? She's a self-made woman, arguably one of the most successful business people in the world, and one of the biggest recording artists of all time. Her songs are catchy, her lyrics are clever and occasionally savage, and her latest album, Life of a Showgirl, has been on repeat in my house. In a world full of terrible news, a bit of sparkle and pop feels like medicine for the soul. Now, speaking of shiny things, Apple's been at it again. I've upgraded to the iPhone 17 Pro, which I have to say is a lovely step up from the 16 Pro. The camera is where it really shines. I'm skipping the M5 Max for now. I've learnt the hard way not to upgrade everything at once. Yeah, who am I kidding? But there are rumours floating around about new Apple gear, something called the Home Hub. I'm intrigued. Mainly because 3 of my current HomePods have now become officially declared vintage. That's Apple speak, for they still work, but we'd rather you didn't know that. Despite the fancy new iPhone, I'm trying to take more photos with my Nikon again. It's definitely more of a faff to carry, but there's something satisfying about turning a dial and pretending you know what aperture means. They say the best camera is the one you have with you, but sometimes the best photos come from the one that weighs a ton and gives you shoulder ache. Tara and I have joined a local camera club too, which has been brilliant fun. It's basically a group of lovely people who spend a suspicious amount of time discussing bokeh and ISO over biscuits. It's great. Like group therapy for shutter nerds. It's been a turbulent week on the markets. Cheers for that, Big Don and Z. Always nice when two world leaders treat the global economy like it's a game of Jenga. Still, I'm staying optimistic. Bitcoin and Ethereum are wobbling, but holding their nerve. A bit like me after a second espresso. I'm still backing the clever stuff, AI, quantum defense, basically anything that sounds like it could either save the world or accidentally start Skynet. This weekend, Tara and I headed back home to catch up with some old friends. The legendary West Drayton Massive. We had a few beers at the King Willie, which, let's be honest, is basically the spiritual home of questionable banter and perfectly average lager. It was great seeing Big Mikey, Paul, Dave and Scott. Good luck with your meal later, chaps. I hope it's not another one of those one-star nights. And Big Mikey, I love you, bro, but for the record, sending me 70s songs about tea at 1 a.m. is not the cultural revival the world needs. You know my rule, all tea is basically dishwater, except Long Island. And today I'm rounding off the weekend watching a bit of American football with another old schoolmate, Carl. It's the Raiders versus the Chiefs, and I've decided I'm a glory-hunting Chiefs fan. Carl's a Cowboys fan. He insists it's nothing to do with Debbie, but honestly, who knows? So anyway, until next time, take care, stay well, and remember, life's too short for bad Wi-Fi or slow updates.